Hey YouTube, welcome back to another story time. It's your boy Berto, and today's story time is my first time doing acid and getting my driver's license. Crazy story. I don't know how I'm entitled that, so bear with me. Um, for the terms and policy guidelines of YouTube, just the SOP of YouTube, do not recreate, reenact, or harass anybody in this story time. This is one of those 18 plus, and if anything, really a 21 plus story time. So if you're under the age of 18, I recommend that you don't watch this story time. Other than that, let's get into it. So, hmm, I don't know how to really say it. Okay, so I think I was 18 because I can't really put age to this. I think I was 18. Yeah, I had to be just turned 18 because when I got my license, I think I was like 18 for about under a month, right? So, cool. I go to the homie's house. The homie, we'll call him Jace, and we'll call the other one Yuri. I go to pull up on Jason Yuri, right? When I get to Yuri and Jace, uh, they're basically staying where, uh, how do I say it? They're staying in like, the area, the neighborhood where we end up becoming roommates. Story for other days. It might have a different name for that story, I don't know. But, yeah, so I pull up on Jason Yuri. I believe I had the plug. But knowing me, knowing the friend group, the climate of the friend group back then, I might have had the plug. So I don't know. And we might have shared a plug, but we were just doing like weed back then. It wasn't like no crazy, like acid was the craziest thing back then. Like, like craziest thing back then. I mean, that was crazy. So we were just like, man, we're gonna do it once. I just had to smile on that one. Oh, yeah. Anyways, so we start researching on YouTube, man, like the science behind psychedelics and all that, right? So I don't know. I think we even end up watching a YouTube video of someone explaining the science, then taking it. I don't know the dude's name. I don't know the channel. So it's like we're going down rabbit holes. And it's like this has been on people's minds, apparently. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what. It was like a Dr. Stone discovery for us because what the heck? You know? If you know, you know. Uh, so this is where it gets funny. So we have to acquire the psych, right? So I end up, bruh, I ain't gonna lie to you. This ain't no racist stuff. Bro, I went to school where it was like, it wasn't majority white people. It was like half white people. And then the rest was like black people, Asian Island Pacific Islanders, uh, and black people could be Caribbean people, people from Africa. You just had everyone. You had Spanish speakers. You had everyone. So our plugs were the good, but white kids we could trust. We ain't have to worry about fentanyl and all that crazy stuff back then. So I don't know what the heck like. People were getting laced and killed back then. I don't think it was fentanyl though. Like back to my knowledge, I don't know what was killing people back then, but something used to still kill people. I think Because we were even thinking about getting it tested, or I don't know, man. We all just turned 18 within the last month. So I was like, come on, man, you know? So all our little weed smoking experience, that's the most we ever experienced at that point. And if you really doing the numbers, we really, that was like our first presidential term getting into the the devil's lettuce, right? So if I could put it any other way, I think I had the connect. Some white dude we went to school with put me on to some dude he gets his stuff from. Because like you gotta know somebody to know somebody to know somebody. And then we wanted the like stuff like the white kids were doing. Cause mind you, our high school, it wasn't racist. Our high school had white parties. They had the nigga parties. I ain't gonna lie. White kids, like all the honor roll, AP, honor roll, all like the parties the valedictorians would go to, the AP honor roll kids would go to, or just AP kids would go to, or just not even A, because not all white kids are AP kids and not all black kids aren't able to be in AP. Some kids just don't apply themselves. I was one. But like just some of the AP kids, black and white, really would go to both parties. So it's not a black or white thing, but the majority caucus at both parties was like if you were black at this party, you're either gonna be outnumbered or you're just gonna be the majority. You're at this party, you're either gonna be the minority or you're gonna be the majority. You feel me? It's not like school where it's 50-50, you know what I'm saying? It becomes like more divided. And I think the grouping even gets even smaller because maybe sometimes the Spanish speaking kids they have their parties or they go to the hood parties with the niggas, so they be kicking shit, you feel me? And then with the Asian Pacific Islanders, they might be groomed by their parents to go to the more Caucasian based parties due to, anyways, here nor there, right? So we end up going to like that style for like that was our headspace. I'm sorry if it's racist, cancel me. I don't do YouTube for y'all. I do YouTube for me. Um, I love you, Rose family. Shout out to those who comment. Shout out to those who are subscribed. Either or gets you into the Rose family. I love y'all. Let's get into it. So it was like kind of peaceful, man. Driving to like this crazy like cool side of town. Like I had two cool like plugs that were white guys. Like they both had like pools and everything. Bro, the way people describe stuff is so crazy. But yeah, this is how I'm gonna describe it. They had big little. Their houses weren't super big now. It was just cool because like to somebody who stays in an apartment and shares a pool with the whole apartment complex versus you're the plug, but this is your family's home. You have a pool in your backyard. You've had that since you were like second grade. Your family mortgages your house. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you got a little attic type deal, and you know it looks like a Netflix or like a Outer Banks, maybe even a little Harry Potter style. You know, it's cool, like style house. The interior's probably some Modern Family shit. I don't know, but yeah, it's cool, right? So that's how the plug's crib is. It's not no super drug-esque. Like once you get into like the bigger houses, when shopping with minority people, my people. Like once you get into they big houses, and it's like, oh, these niggas want mansions and super big shit, super flashy shit, and just like upper echelon shit with like, bro, you gonna know a fancy trap house when you see one. Now, this is in a nice suburban neighborhood. It's not even the suburbs. It's just like you're in the city in a nice neighborhood, like just straight houses. You feel me? like nice lines, almost like out of a TV show. So boom, I'm talking to him, like telling him like, hey, because I think like we had to go. I don't think I just got to talk straight to the man back then. Like now, it's already hard to get it nowadays. So like that's dead. I haven't did this like in a while, but like yeah, it did. It you can't like back then. You can't just go straight. Like we didn't have that ability. So I'm going to my regular guy, and I'm like, hey, he's a plug. He got this. That's what I'm trying to put you into. It's just this nice home. We go outside to the back to talk. We don't talk too loud. We talk about it in this room. We might go to the pool. He might show me the pool. He might have his homies over with they two girls. Till you're chilling by the pool, grown ass men, like some vibes. So they might just dab me up and I'll be like, appreciate you. I'll go out like they side gate, and that's the whole transaction. The whole transaction with like white people in the South, they got like, that stay in neighborhoods like that. They're not like, now they will fuck you up. Don't get any plug in the South. They will fuck you up. But if you're a cool guy, man, and you're dealing with cool people, they're not gonna do all that. They might even invite you into your home. So this is how the transaction, when I go into this home, he'll walk me through, we'll talk a little bit. Then that's when I mentioned I needed a plug. He said he'll get back to me. He ended up sending me a Snapchat while I was, getting into the car once I walked through, and then we end up seeing the pool. I was like, dang, that's a nice pool. You got a garden type deal. Like it looked really beautiful, like on some HGTV shit. But it was like people been staying here, so they tended to the garden. It looks like different seasons in one. It was just the spring bloom that made it look so organic and so beautiful, and just the way they tended to everything. You could see the love in that. So yeah, oh no, I just like caveats in my videos. So I go hop in the whip and I drive out the neighborhood. I end up hitting up the dude a day or two. It took him time. I think maybe that same day, but earlier that day, I shopped to get that bud. We ended up smoking, watching them YouTube videos about like dudes doing psychedelics, and then the effect of psychedelics, and then seeing someone talk about the effects of psychedelics while starting sober, and then like not being sober for the final duration of the video, right? So in my personal opinion, because maybe you're coming to the video like I came to their videos. To me, if I had to describe the whole, yeah, you're gonna get a story time, but period. If I had to describe the situation, like being under the influence of that type of sedative or whatever you want to call it, it could, to each their own. For me, the word 12 hours is to each their own. That's all I can say. Everything's subject to, you know, subject to debate. It's subject to debate. That's the only way I know how to say. But yeah. Anyways, so we end up hitting up the guy that night. I pulled up on Jace and Yuri because they're roommates. So Jason and Yuri been roommates for probably like a couple months, like 7 months, 2 to 7 months, right? So, boom, it's us kicking it. They're trading at the time, or they're either slowing down trading at the time, and they're just trying to do it. We watched videos, we got hyped for it. We basically pre-gamed with the marriage of Lonnie's. And then, mind you, I'm like, yo, I gotta get my license in the morning. That was probably the last thing I probably said about that night. And then it was like, mind you, I've been up all day. Because that night is night, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say to each their own. I don't know the personal duration is subjective. It's subjective. So, dude, for us, we were probably geeked for like 6 hours, 20. I'm not gonna lie. We probably met the plug at like 10 something, 11 something. I drove to like a nice side of town because this is a different dude. So, mind you, we get back. We probably tried. By the time we get back, I done did it. They probably do it by the time they get back. And I'm like, huh? Like, mind you, it takes time to kick in. It do take time to kick in. We didn't think about that. We thought we were instantly, but it took time to kick in, right? So it's not like a shot. You can't just instantly be like, oh, I feel it. But when you feel the butterflies in your stomach, you don't know. So we're there like, bruh, did he just scam us? Did he give us paper? Because mind you, this kind of paper with like, I don't know, man. Y'all do y'all research. But yeah, we're like, did he scam us? We're gonna fuck him up if he scammed us. Because we're like, this white dude just scammed us with paper. Right when we get up to hit him up and get, like, I don't, not get dressed, but like, get ready, because people watching the game, like, people playing the game. It's like 2 games. I'm watching them play the game. So it's like we're doing stuff, waiting for it to kick in already. So it's like, we're like, all right, bro, after this match, before we go to even hit him up, get up from the game or any of that, he's, bro, what is the song? He's the monster man. Dun-dun-dun-dun. He's the monster man. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Everything just started moving. The visuals just started swaying. Now, mind you, we did like the most minimum dosage ever. And then we stayed to that for our whole duration of really doing it. I don't know to this day if they went higher or lower. And I didn't really go higher. Maybe one day. But like, yeah. So we didn't see no crazy. We didn't talk to God. But I definitely, bro, let me tell you. That was a whole different story, actually. Story time for tomorrow, anyways. But yeah, we didn't really see nothing like crazy, but we were happy. We were dancing. I was dancing. Everyone was just like, bruh, it was crazy. Everyone was just sitting in a circle talking about our experiences off of the thing. They're like, man, I'm seeing this. What are you seeing? They're like, I'm seeing this. And everyone's like, yeah, man, I feel that too. And it's just like, that's the vibe. So, man, we start laughing about how we're going to pull up on this guy and demand a refund or like 3D, like, you know, all type shit, stupid shit. I don't recommend you go to any plug and demand a refund. I'm gonna tell you that now. Disclaimer: you might get in harm's way. I don't know. We were just stupid, to be honest. Cause he could just shot us. White, black, it don't matter. Asian, Pacific Islander, it don't matter. Hispanic, it don't matter. Or Latinx origin, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we get about 8 hours in, 9 hours in, we're on the come down. Mind you, all my experiences aren't really crazy visuals. It's just the actual experience, what I'm doing. So, for example, this day I'm getting my license. I haven't went to sleep in the last 17 hours. I'm off this. I could get my license in the morning. By the time I went to the first plug that day, it was probably like 12 noon. I gotta be at the DMV at 6 from their place. And the DMV's across town. Mind you, I drove there. And I gotta drive to the DMV. But at this point, it's already like coming down, all types of stuff, right? And I could like just relax and kind of enjoy faint visuals and everything, be more vivid, like graphic slider on max, like, you know, but it's nothing crazy. So yeah, that's all. I pull up to the DMV. I'm having to do everything. This, that, the third. Off no sleep. This really is like a. It's not like an energy stimulant for me. I'm just weird, and it works. I guess something wires in my brain where it allows me to be weird and keep until I crash, and then I'm out for like another whole 17 hours. No lie. But yeah, so I end up, and that's a story time for another day. But yeah, I end up going to the DMV. I think it was like a 30-minute drive to an hour, and it's in traffic. So I'm going all the way from the west to the east, like 15, like really I came 30 minutes from the west, from 45 minutes. And there's traffic out there off rip, like 15 to 30 minutes east. So that's like an hour and 15, like 45 minutes to an hour and 30. You know what I'm saying, to get out there. So just enjoying visuals. Driving, chilling. I'm kind of really nice at that time. I'm like, as nice as you could be as a new learning driver finna go get your license. So I have to print out all this stuff. They make me run through all these hurdles to get my license, but I end up doing it, man. First try. That felt rewarding, and I took my photo, and to this day I don't have it for some odd reason. I lost my wallet. But if you take a photo, like if you look at my ID photo from like when I was a kid, maybe next time future videos, or I'll put it on in the community because I owe the community a couple posts by now. I love you, Rose family. Bear with me. I just been sick and a lot been going on. Like yesterday's story time. But anyways, it's a photo of me with my pupils probably still super open, and that's me off acid. The last couple hours on the way getting my driver's license, and I scored really well. So motherfucker can't say they could just, if my shit get revoked, I know a nigga just hate it. Cause I've been driving doing this shit and I ain't hurt nobody. And like, I think I'm a really competent driver. And I always wanted like a little caveat. As a kid, I've always like, and this sounds stupid, but being a kid could be from the age of like infancy to teenage years. So anywhere in that time, like from Pineapple, I seen Pineapple Express when I was a kid, like infancy damn near. And like to How High when I was in my late, How High 2 when I was in my late, you feel me, teens. So it's like, I always wanted to get like a ID photo that's like unique. So like, you know, when people pull you over, are you high? Nah, he's not high, but I'm high in my photo I took at the DMV, so you wouldn't know I'm high. So that's how it is. And people always think I'm naturally high anyway. Sometimes I do be under the influence. You be the judge. I'm glad. But yeah, that's about it. So the other story times I could tell and probably will tell in the future is when the cops pulled up to my first spot, and all of us, bro, it's like 5 of us that were off acid. It's a whole story, bro. Basically getting swatted off acid. Shit. What happened the next day after this story time I just told? It's crazy story time. But if you want that story time, Stay tuned. Subscribe. Love you. Berto out.